Okay, so we're going to cover Ultimate X-Men #1. Now, this book is really different from the rest of the Ultimate books that we have covered so far. Now remember, the Ultimate Marvel Universe was created by the Maker because of time travel. He was trying to make the perfect Earth in his image, but the problem was he kept failing over and over again. And the last time he got locked away inside his city. And so now his council is going around to make sure that his plan does not fall apart. And so you have different members of the council looking over different areas of the world. Now, when it comes to Ultimate X-Men, we're going to focus on 3 characters who are watching over the eastern area of the Earth. And that would be Sunfire, Viper, and Silver Samurai. Now, something else I do want to mention when it comes to Ultimate X-Men is that we're going to focus on a character known as Hisako Ichi, better known as Armor in the main Marvel universe. Now, Armor is not really as popular as Cyclops, Jean Grey, Nightcrawler, Colossus, and the list goes on, but she's still very popular when it comes to the X-Men fan base. Now, here's the thing, because when this book got announced and word got out that she was going to be the main character, it was very interesting to hear that because, again, she's not as popular as the other characters, but still somewhat important in the X-Men universe. And so I was really hyped to see where they could go with this character as the main star of this book. Now, when it comes to the early pages of this story, we do learn right off the bat about the character Hisako in the Ultimate Marvel Universe. For example, we kind of find out that she's a middle schooler about to graduate. She's arriving at school to attend her graduation, but we do learn in the 3 years that she has been attending that school, she actually has not been at the school. She's been doing her schoolwork at home. Now, we kind of find out the reason why that's been happening is because of depression. Something happened that led her down the road of depression, but we have no idea what. Now, while she's arriving at school, she is confronted by another girl who does hand her a second button from a boy's uniform. Now, in the Japanese culture, the second button is very important if it's given over to you by a boy, because that button is very close to their heart when they're getting dressed. And so for Hisako, she's wondering what boy would give her a button when she's been gone for 3 years. Now, there is a note inside the button and it says, "Meet me at this point at school when school is over." And so she agrees to herself that she'll go there. But when she looks up to see where the boy is at, unfortunately, she can't find the boy anywhere. And so you didn't have Hisako go to the location after school, except when she does arrive, she is confronted by a shadow-like character. Now, we have no idea who this shadow-like character is, but we do learn they want to get revenge against Hisako for the life of another character known as Tsubasa, and I really hope I pronounced that name correctly. Now, when it comes to Tsubasa, he was a close friend of Hisako that had committed suicide. Now, the reason why, because he was getting bullied at school, and he came to Hisako for help, but unfortunately, she did not help him in the way that he wanted help. Instead, it was her saying, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to stand up against those bullies. You have to talk back to those bullies. But unfortunately, he couldn't do that. And so he killed himself. And so it seems like our shadow-like character here is trying to get revenge against Hisako for the death of Tsubasa. Now, here's the thing, because you do have our mysterious character disappear. But right after it disappears, when Hisako turns around, she sees an image of Tsubasa who had hung himself. And so now that image is going to be graved in her mind for a very long time. And this could be the reason why she has been so depressed. But here's the thing, because when it comes to Hisako, she's now trying to get away from that scene. She's trying to rush home on her bike, but she's not paying attention to the road. And so out of nowhere, a car is about to hit her, but luckily, that is when her mutant ability manifests. The ability to create a psionic armor suit around her. And the car was not able to hit her at all. But now you have people who are there wondering what in the world they just saw, because they watch a young girl being able to create some kind of armor suit around her to protect her from this car, and then just ride away like nothing even happened. But still, that's pretty huge for her. And so then you have Hisako go right back to that same location the following day to confront the Shadow-like character. Now here's the thing, because she does tell our mysterious character that she believes that this must be about something else, not about the death of Tsubasa, except you didn't have our mysterious character here say, no, it's about his death. I'm trying to help you work through your trauma because you played victim for way too long. It's your fault that he had died. It's your fault that he had committed suicide. And that is my problem. Now, you do have Hisako use her ability, her newfound ability, to fight against the Shadow-like character, except our mysterious character here is able to use its powers against her armor and continue to talk down on her about the idea that it's her fault that her friend had died. Now, after a while, you didn't have our mysterious character here say, listen, my curse is already in motion. Matter of fact, I had already claimed the life of somebody who was close to you. And that is when Hisako's phone rings. And you didn't have our mysterious character change form to look like Tsubasa and say, you should answer that phone call. And Hisako does. And so then you have Hisako answer the phone to only find out a teacher who was very close to Tsubasa had hung themselves. Now, here's the thing, because it's very similar to the death of Tsubasa. And so now Hisako is wondering, what in the world is going on here? Who in the world is that Shadow-like character? And why in the world are they coming after me for? She has so many questions, and we have so many questions, but unfortunately, this is where the story ends. And we have to wait until Ultimate X-Men #2. So this is where we're going to end today's comic book video. So please leave me a like down below and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But guys, I'll see y'all next time. Later.